During the witch hunts and public punishment era in Europe and colonial America, the ducking stool was a notorious device used to punish and test women accused of witchcraft, scolding, or disorderly behavior. This method reflects the blend of superstition, gender bias, and public spectacle that characterized early modern justice. What is a ducking stool? A ducking stool was essentially a chair attached to a long wooden lever or plank, allowing the accused to be repeatedly submerged in water. Typically located near rivers, ponds, or village streams, it was used to humiliate and punish women in front of the community. It was sometimes referred to as the cucking stool, a term derived from the Old English word for scold or nagging woman. How it worked. Accusation. Women accused of being witches, nags, or disruptive community members were brought to the local magistrate. Common accusations included gossiping, quarreling, or defying social norms. The ducking process. The accused was strapped into the chair, often with their hands secured. The chair was mounted on a pivot or beam and lowered into the water repeatedly. The length and number of duckings varied depending on the severity of the offense or whim of the authorities. Outcome. In some cases, survival and composure were interpreted as evidence of innocence. Those who resisted or drowned were often considered guilty or punished posthumously, reflecting the irrational logic of the time. Historical context. Targeted victims. Mostly women, particularly those who were outspoken, widowed, or socially marginalized. Purpose. Humiliation. Public shaming was intended to reinforce community norms and authority. Deterrence. The spectacle served as a warning to others who might defy social rules. Testing witches. Like the swimming test, some believed water would reveal a witch, though the method was more about punishment than proof. Geographical use. Ducking stools were common in England, Scotland, and New England, with records showing use from the 16th through the 18th centuries. Differences from the swimming test. Intent. Ducking stools were primarily punitive and public, while swimming tests were meant as tests of guilt or innocence. Scope. Ducking stools targeted minor social transgressions, not only accusations of witchcraft. Risk of death. While dangerous, ducking stools were generally less lethal than swimming tests, which often led to drowning. Decline and abolition. Legal reform. By the late 18th century, growing criticism of torture and public humiliation led to the decline of ducking stools. Shift in gender attitudes. As Enlightenment thinking spread, laws increasingly protected individuals from arbitrary and cruel punishment. Historical memory. Today, ducking stools are remembered as symbols of patriarchal control and superstition-driven justice. Legacy. Cultural symbol. Ducking stools are emblematic of the persecution of women under superstition and gender bias. Tourist attractions. Some surviving ducking stools are displayed in museums or historical villages, highlighting early judicial practices. Historical lessons. They remind us how fear, social pressure, and public spectacle can justify cruel treatment of marginalized individuals. The ducking stool was more than a punishment device. It was a tool of social control, targeting women who defied norms or were suspected of witchcraft. While intended to humiliate and discipline, it represents the dangerous intersection of superstition, gender inequality, and community justice in early modern society. Today it stands as a stark reminder of how justice can be distorted by fear and prejudice.